In the quiet canyons of Silentreach, where the wind whispered through towering stone walls and the silence pressed against the soul, lived Jara, a 38-year-old storyteller whose voice had once filled the air with tales of courage and wonder. Her home, Echo Hollow, was a cave carved into the canyon's heart, its walls etched with ancient carvings and faded scrolls, each a relic of her past artistry. Jara's eyes held a distant gleam, her hands tracing stories on parchment, yet beneath her skill lay a voice silenced, stolen since childhood by a rigid mentor who demanded perfection and a mute father whose silence shaped her fear of expression. She believed her purpose was in listening, her shadow, a buried desire to speak, echoing unheard, a void she couldn't fill. Her days were a hush of routine. Jara rose with the first light, her quill sketching tales for Silentreach's elders and children, her work admired but mute. She wandered the canyons, collecting stones and memories, her steps driven by duty, yet each return to Echo Hollow brought a hollow resonance. The canyon floor, alive with the soft tread of villagers and distant echoes, felt isolating, her shadow whispering, "Your voice is gone." Jara dreamed of a resonant void, a space where her words could soar, but felt it lost, her inner echo silent, her spirit yearning for a sound she couldn't release. One still dawn, as mist clung to the canyon walls, a cloaked figure entered Echo Hollow, his robe dusted with sand. He examined a carved stone, then left a resonant stone journal, its surface humming faintly. Inside, a note read, "Your voice lies within, Jung." Jara, who had once glimpsed Jung's writings in a trader's satchel, felt a tremor of hope. She opened the journal, its pages filled with Jung's teachings on individuation, the shadow, and finding one's voice through inner expression. The journal became her guide. That night, Jara dreamed of a canyon split by a void, one side alive with echoing voices, tales, laughter, a radiant face, the other barren, strewn with broken scrolls and a shadowy figure with her own muted eyes. "You've buried me," it sighed, its voice a faint ripple. She woke, heart racing, and read Jung's words, "The shadow holds your lost voice, release it." Her shadow, she realized, was her suppressed desire to speak, buried under her mentor's criticism, a barrier to her true expression. The journal suggested that the one thing to find her voice was to confront and integrate this echoing void, a journey she now dared to begin. Jara began with hesitation. First, she revisited her craft, reciting a lost tale to the canyon walls, her voice trembling, a faint echo stirring as she faced her past. Jung's guidance on individuation urged her to reclaim her whole self. Silentreach's villagers, sensing her shift, offered quiet encouragement, a fragile connection forming. Second, she meditated on her dream, seeing the figure offer a carved flute, saying, "Sing us." She woke, reciting with the flute's aid, her focus sharpening, voice flickering. Third, she confronted her shadow, writing to her younger self, forgiving her mentor's harshness and her father's silence, her chest lightening as shame faded. Fourth, she shared her awakening, hosting a storytelling circle, her tales inspiring the canyons, their applause a mirror of her growth. Her dreams evolved. In the canyon, the void filled with sound, the figure merging with her, holding a radiant scroll. "You are your voice," it said. Jara woke, embracing her anima, her inner feminine intuition, weaving tales with tenderness, and her animus, her inner masculine strength, speaking with conviction. She channeled the archetype of the storyteller, crafting narratives, and the voice, amplifying truth. Echo Hollow buzzed, tales shared, circles filled, meals exchanged with friends. A reserved poet, Kael, whose quietude mirrored hers, joined her circles, his gentle verses a balm, his admiration a sign of her emerging voice. Shadows persisted. One windy night, Jara dreamed of the canyon collapsing, the figure silenced, a voice roaring, "Your words will fail." She woke, doubting, her hands clutching the journal. She sought Mara, a canyon guide versed in Jung, who said, "Integration spirals, face the fear again." In meditation, Jara asked, "What do you need?" "Courage," it replied, the canyon stabilizing as she accepted her vulnerability. Her resolve strengthened, expanding her circles, teaching Silentreach to find their voices. Silentreach transformed. Jara adorned Echo Hollow with carved scrolls and resonant stones, symbols of her journey, her home a hub of expression. Her movement grew, with Kael and others thriving by reclaiming their words, shifting from silence to song. One crisp morning, a traveler, his cloak sand-worn, entered seeking sound, his eyes dim. Jara welcomed him, saying, "Your voice begins here," guiding with the journal, feeling Jung's truth. The one thing for finding voice is navigating the echoing void, a lesson to resonate all souls. The resonant stone remained on her shelf, its hum steady, its pages worn but radiant, a beacon for seekers. As months passed, Jara and Kael's bond deepened, their shared evenings by the cave fire blending tales and poems, his verses complementing her stories. Kael revealed his own journey of suppressed poetry, drawn to Silentreach by a dream of a resonant stone, synchronicity at play. Together, they transformed Echo Hollow into a storytelling school, its walls a gallery of their integrated voices, attracting those seeking expression. The canyons flourished. Mara initiated a youth storytelling program, teaching the next generation to hear their inner echoes, her lessons filling Silentreach with sound. Kael crafted poems etched on stone, their rhythm a symbol of unity, funding community gatherings. Jara noticed a shift, winds carried voices, stones vibrated softer, as if Silentreach mirrored her awakening. One autumn, as leaves fell like whispers, a caravan arrived, led by a woman named Soren, her face etched with a lost voice. She spoke of a dream void, leaving her mute. Jara invited her into Echo Hollow, sharing the journal's wisdom, guiding her to rediscover song. Over weeks, Soren's voice emerged, her eyes brightening as she met a kind drummer, Torin, their bond a testament to her growth. Silentreach celebrated with a festival of echoes, scrolls hung alongside poems, a celebration of voiced lives. Children sang, their joy weaving through the air, while elders shared tales of rediscovery, each story a thread in the canyon's renewal. Jara and Kael led a ceremony, lighting a central fire symbolizing the echoing void, its flames casting shadows in harmony. Years passed, and Echo Hollow evolved into a sanctuary of voice, its walls adorned with carved tales, a testament to Jara's journey. She and Kael, now partners, trained a council of storytellers, spreading the lesson of inner expression. Soren and Torin, now community leaders, opened a music storytelling studio, their rhythm sustaining Silentreach's growth. One winter's night, as snow dusted the canyons, a young man stumbled in, his cloak heavy with frost, his voice silent from aimlessness. He carried a stone, its surface resonant, seeking Jara's wisdom. Named Elara, he spoke of a dream silence, his hands unused to words. Jara recognized the echo, guiding him through the journal's lessons, watching his eyes brighten, dreams of a voice, tales of purpose, muteness to sound, meeting a gentle singer. Elara's revival sparked a cycle, reinvigorating the youth program. As Silentreach's transformation deepened, a drought parched the canyons, silencing springs and straining voices. The town turned to Jara, but her shadow resurfaced, fear of irrelevance threatening her void. She meditated, facing the collapse again, its figure offering a cracked flute. "Mend me with hope," it said. Jara rallied the community, collecting dew with Kael's poems and Soren's songs, her faith restoring her voice. The drought eased, leaving Silentreach resilient, its people united by her courage. Word of Silentreach's awakening spread beyond the canyons. Travelers from deserts, forests, cities, poets, healers, musicians, arrived, drawn by dreams of a resonant stone. Jara expanded Echo Hollow into a regional hub, hosting forums with diverse voices. A desert poet, Idris, shared his shadow of isolation, finding voice in verse. A forest healer, Zara, rediscovered chants, her songs echoing Jara's path. A city musician, Ravi, healed through rhythm, his presence bridging new lands. Together, they formed a council of voices, each mentoring others, their tales weaving a symphony of expression. The movement grew global. Caravans carried Jara's journal to towns like Tidehaven and Luminara, sparking storytelling circles worldwide. X posts trended hashtag echoing void, with users sharing their silenced voices, grief, joy, truth, fueling a 2025 mental health wave. Silentreach became a pilgrimage site, its fire a global symbol. Jara and Kael traveled, guiding remote communities, their bond a voice for others. Soren and Torin studio trained performers for outreach, while Elara led youth to echo uncharted emotions. Decades later, as global silence grew, wars, isolation, Silentreach's legacy endured. Jara, now elderly, faced a final shadow, fear of her voice fading. In meditation, the figure merged fully, saying, "Your void is eternal." She passed the resonant stone to a global council, its hum glowing for all. Echo Hollow, a sprawling academy, hummed with storytellers from every land, their tales a mosaic of humanity's voices. Jara and Kael, frail but resonant, watched from the canyon rim, the wind a symphony of sound, feeling Jung's truth. The one thing for finding voice is navigating the echoing void, a tale to resonate the world. The end.